Welcome back to Scoper's Garage. I'm Scott, your host. Another episode on installing the electronic fuel injection system on my 81 924 Turbo. I have installed a couple of these brackets just today that holds the hat, I call it, down on the injector. On this front one here, I removed this plate. I'm not sure you have to, but I found it a lot easier to. And then I also needed to clock the mounting part over this way to slide it down and then swing it back around. I think just kind of set those other two on there for now. I don't want to get too far involved till I do the harness. Speaking of the harness, there's no real plan for installing that. Here's this, for installing the ECU, and this is it. This plate was provided, but wasn't really clear what to do with it. So I took the old piece right here and transferred the 3 mounting holes on it onto this bracket. There's 2 of them. The third one is covered. Oh well, so that's kind of why, anyway. So I'm going to mount it with the 2 screws, and then I just added this Velcro sandwich to space it so that hopefully it's not riding on these heads. So notice too, you need to put the bolts in from the back side so the nuts are on the outside when it's installed in the car. So this will sit down in here, just like so. Hope that works well enough. Oh yeah, so then the cooling sensor, I finally got the gasket and put that down here. It's really hard to see and it's a pain in the butt. And I put the one hose on, and then I realized that the plug for it is on the underside. So I didn't tighten up the second hose. It's just sitting on there. But I got proper German hose clamps. I got a collection of them actually, so there's a ton of hoses on this car, as you may well know. So here's my little collection of German style hose clamps. Yeah. And so that's it for today. I'm still waiting on the gasket that goes on here, the distributor housing, the 6 Allen bolts that go on the pulley, which is over here. And my wife had this crazy yellow bright paint, fingernail paint, so I threw a spot on there to make it easier to see. So I'm waiting on the 6 bolts for that. But I think if I install the ECU and I'm satisfied with it, then I can start laying out all the rest of the harness. All right, it's Sunday afternoon and a rainy day, so I'm spending a little extra time in the garage this afternoon working on a 924 Turbo. I started the harness install, goes up and around, and here at the light is where I'm at, and I'm going to probably take a break. I mounted the relay box and the grounds. This is from the new harness, has 4 connectors inside there, and this one has 8 and that one has 5. So I need some explanation, and I suspect that's going to have to do with this car having air conditioning, and the kit I got was not for a car with air conditioning. I'll let you know. All right, today's episode on the 931 EFI installation, I have found and connected the wires to the oil pressure sending unit, which is down there. There's 2 7mm nuts. This wire, I'm pretty sure, goes to the coolant temperature sensor, which is down there as well, because it comes out the same location as those two wires that went to the oil pressure sensor, same vicinity. This one I've lost track of what it's replacing. I've also set up to remove a bunch of the old harness here. It's being replaced with the new stuff, but not this one here. So I'm not sure yet what I'm going to do with this tangle of stuff. Yeah, it's a lot. It's come off. So need to find a home for it. I'm waiting for an answer on which of these two plugs gets the new harness plugged into it. And, oh yeah, I hooked up the connectors to the injectors. 1, 2, 3, 4. Still waiting on the proper bolts to come in for the pulley. This must be the connector that goes to the trigger. In fact, let me grab that real quick from underneath here. There we go. Yeah, it's a three-prong connector, and this is a 3-prong receiver. So I just have to decide how to run this wire all the way down to the front of the engine, I guess, underneath. Although maybe I can drop it right down there. I'll let you know. That's it. So I couldn't find anywhere that said where the oil pressure sender unit is on the 931. So I've concluded that it's up here, but I can't find any diagrams that show that. If you have a diagram to show that, that would be awesome to share. Thanks.